Hey you guys, it's your girl Bree. Excuse my hair, my babies is playing in my hair, but y'all listen. I come to talk to y'all about something. So I had seen, I don't watch the news, but on YouTube on my timeline, something ended up coming up about Atlanta's power couple. And the lady, she killed the husband and they left behind 8 children. I want to speak on something because you know what? Y'all listen. People are so quick to automatically jump to the woman's side. Listen, there are so many men that are in relationships or in marriages that are being physically, emotionally, mentally, sexually, financially abused by their spouse. But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about how these men stay quiet because these women emasculate them. Nobody wants to talk about how these men are quiet because they're trying to spare their wife, their spouse, good reputation. Their wife, their spouse has put up a reputation inside of the community, inside on platforms to make them feel like that they have the best relationship ever, but behind closed doors, that is not really happening. People as people, I tell anybody this. I have nobody's relationship is my relationship goal. Nobody, okay? Because you never know what's going on behind closed doors. People wear masks. They put on this facade. They will take family pictures. They would post all these things. Same like this couple. They was on platforms. They were happy. The man came out and said he was not happy, that they were having problems. He came out and physically said that. Did anybody step in to help this man? No. Did anybody seek to help him? No. They were not. They did not help him. They did not want to help him. But what they did do was they reached out to her. Oh, we praying for you, girl. We praying for you. Just don't know that the man was being abused behind closed doors. So now she has then killed this man. You heard me? She had not only been selfish and killed him, she killed herself by not wanting to let go. Y'all have to learn to stop getting into situationships that God did not put together. Listen. God will give you your heart's desire. So if God keeps showing you that this person is not for you and you keep on wanting to be with that person, God is going to let you have that. Okay? But when God is trying to tear something down because you have met your true person, let God bring that down. Okay? Because of her reputation, she wasn't willing to let that man go. So she killed that man. And now she left that man's children without a father. Left her children without a mother or a father. That was very selfish of her. All behind you scared of what the community, because you didn't put up this fake stuff like y'all this and y'all that. You didn't put up all this stuff. Now you scared to let this man go. When this man was clearly stating they had buku problems. They had all kind of troubles in that marriage. Things was not good. That he didn't like her anymore. He didn't want to be there anymore. He wanted to have a divorce. This man was publicly saying this stuff, okay? So she felt humiliated, for number one, because she was wearing this facade and this mask, that everything was peaches and clean. Y'all got to start learning how to be honest with yourself. Everybody was like, this was Atlanta's power couple. Let me tell y'all something. No. Never worship nobody else's relationship, because I promise you, it's some things going on. They're not going to come out and tell you. That's why God is exposing all these couples that's on these reality TV shows that's getting divorces and showing y'all what it is, the people that y'all praising. Hell, Jay-Z loved Beyonce so much, but guess what? He still did his thing. Stop praising these other people's couples. Stop wanting these other people's relationships. Because I promise you, it's not what it is. It's not what it is. It is not what it is. Always choose your mental health over a mate. You heard me? I choose peace. I choose my happiness. I choose my love. I choose my children peace. You heard me? Over a mate. She was so focused of what her society group that she hang around, her friends. You see what it really was? She ain't want to be like the women she put her mouth on. You heard me? She ain't want to be like them. Because she sat in a group and she shoo-shooed about other women and what they had going on. See, but the tables turned. So now she finding herself in that situation and she couldn't handle it. Everybody can't handle pressure, okay? But she was so willing to talk about things like that. You see, but when her fake foundation came down, she decided to kill this man, then to let this man go. That was very selfish of her. Selfish not only for her children, but for his parents, for her parents, for his siblings, for her siblings. That was real selfish. So now you have young children being raised by somebody else. Ain't nobody raising mine. There's not a man walking this earth worth me killing him or getting killed behind. Nobody's raising mine. She got on that platform and said all kind of stuff, said she was helping women. If you were helping women, why would you do that? Because you had a lot of followers. People followed you. People looked up for you. They looked up to you, and look what you showed them. You showed them you was a coward. That's what you showed them. You showed them you were so obsessed with this man, you would do any and everything. Said nobody else would have him. So you took his life. Okay? So now there's a mama planning a funeral for her son. There's a mama planning a funeral for her daughter. Their children get ready to bury their mother and their father behind a woman. Because that's what she is. A woman don't want a man to go and find his happiness and his peace within another woman. Okay? See, there's Esther's and then there's Jezebel's. You heard me? Everybody needs to know this, okay? Especially you women. If any women watching my channel, I want to let you know this. See? There's some women who are like Ruth, who will stick by her mother-in-law through thick and thin and take care of her mother-in-law and make sure her mother-in-law is straight. And then there's some women who, once they're done with the man, they're done with the mother-in-law and they're done with all this and they on to the next you know what. Okay? I don't care who get mad about this because I'm being honest. Okay? That man was screaming for help. And instead, everybody supported this woman. Like she was right. That man was being abused behind closed doors. That man was being unhappy behind closed doors. And this is the problem with the world today. A lot of us people don't want to talk about that. They feel like men can't be abused. Hell, these men get beat on. You heard me? These men get beat on behind closed doors. They get beat if they don't do certain sexual acts. They don't do all this. And then the people that they're with blackmail them, hold stuff over their head so they feel like they cannot get out of that situation. Men do get abused. I'm here to tell y'all. Physically, financially, emotionally, and a lot of them get sexual abuse. Okay? They won't tell it because they're going to feel like they're going to be judged. They're going to be dismasculated. But there's a lot of men who's in a relationship who go through these things. Anybody who's in a relationship right now, who's going through any kind of domestic violence, who feeling like that you cannot get out. You're not stuck. You can get out. Set yourself free from that. Because someone who loves you, who truly loves you, will not tear you down. They will build you up. They will not dismasculate you. They will not do those things to you. Stop sparing somebody else's feelings when they're trying to tear your feelings down. That doesn't go like that. I was so disappointed like I said, I don't watch the news. I was so disappointed in reading that clipping and seeing that. That broke me. That was like, come on now. Listen, who gonna speak on it? I'm gonna speak on it. If nobody else don't want to speak on it, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna speak on it. Because I've seen it so many times that a lot of men are really being abused and they're keeping their mouth shut about it. They're keeping their minds shut about it because they're scared of what other people are going to say or how other people are going to judge them. And that's sad because men have rights just like we have rights. This is not a one-sided thing, y'all. It's not a one-sided thing. That whole situation is sad and it broke my heart. Okay? If you're in a marriage and you're going through something, seek counseling. If you unhappy and you want to go and file your divorce papers. Get a restraining order. Get all these things in process and let that go. Because these women do not want to let these men go, just like these men don't want to let these women go, and they're being selfish and taking out each other. People are really killing their spouse because their spouse has found someone else that they love, someone else that they want to be with. And these women who's on these platforms, who then told society that their life is so grand, they can't handle that. They can't handle losing a man who they didn't glorified so much. They can't handle that. These men can't handle that either. That they didn't glorify these women, these promiscuous women who's out here doing all these things in the streets with all their homeboys and co-workers and sorority brothers and all the rest of that. They can't handle this. They can't handle all that is going on. And they're taking their lives, taking their wives' lives, and leaving these children behind. That is selfish to me. That is very selfish. Just walk away. Walk away. Like I say, people put people together and God put people together. Okay? I don't care if you're with somebody 45 years married. When the person that God has for that person enter their life, allow that person to go out of your life. Allow that person to go out. Because what God has for that person is for that person. Don't be selfish and take that person's life when you're both not happy. You're both miserable in the relationship. But you're holding on to what society is going to say because you didn't put up this glam interest. So I tell people, stop putting all that line on the Book of Faces. The Book of Faces is y'all Facebook. The Book of Faces is where you could be whatever you want to be. You heard me? You could be whatever you want to be. Put all kind of show like you got it all together in home, but it's not that. The house it's just not that. It's not. They get on this social media. Everybody be like relationship goals, couples goals, and look, tragedy like this happens. Make your own self. Worship your own relationship. The attention you put into somebody else's relationship, trying to say, oh, they got this, they got that. If you just put that that attention into your own relationship, you'll have a stronger foundation. If you keep God as your third string, your relationship will be stronger. You don't need to run to your partner about what's going on in your relationship. You don't need to run to your daddy. You don't need to run to your mama. You don't need to run to your sister. Run to nobody but God about your relationship. Social media play a lot of part into a lot of people's marriages falling. They post this, they post that, they do this and do that, but it's lies and it's fake. Anything that is not built on a solid ground is going to fall down. Okay? Things are going to start coming out. When things start coming out, then you're going to be humiliated and shamed because your reputation is ruined. But when God told you to release this person, you didn't want to release it because you was worried about what other people are going to say. Now, this lady is deceased and this man is deceased. And now their children have to hear all this stuff. That was selfish. Very selfish. So I tell y'all just like this, y'all, that y'all need to, when I say y'all, I mean me too. Well, I don't have no social media, but listen, keep y'all business off of social media. Work on your own relationship goals. Create your own relationship goals. Stop trying to be like everybody else's couple, because them people going through hell and high water. And you don't know what the hell they had to go through to get where they at. Everybody that scream they're happy is not happy. I promise you this. There's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors that we don't know about, that they put on the media to make things look right. But it's not that. That is not that. Like the police say, they never got a 911 call to that house. They never got none of that. No domestic reports or none of that. That woman did not want that man to go. And God told that man it was his time to go. But she wasn't willing to let him go. So she took that man's life. That was selfish. As a woman and as a person. If you're in a relationship and you're unhappy and you want to go, go. Before somebody be planning your service or something like that, because that is crazy. That is crazy. Listen, there ain't got a soul walking this earth, not a man fine enough, rich enough, none of that up on this earth for me to take his life behind another woman. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Y'all peoples need to get it together. Get it together. These women out here poisoning these men, putting a cycle blood in these men foods, doing all this stuff to keep these men from the people that they're supposed to be. And that is nasty. You are a low down, dirty woman. These men are putting love spells and doing spells on women to keep them away. You are a trifling man to even do any of that. Go bring it to brother. To do any of that. And clean his nose. And that's just too much. Yeah. I just want y'all to really get it together. Your mental health, your safety is your first priority. Not no man, not no woman. Mentally, if you know mentally you're not ready for no relationship, don't get in one. If you know mentally you're going through some issues, stay by yourself. Work on healing you and not go and destroy and destruct somebody else's life. Work on what you have to go on, because mental illness is real. Okay? Jealousy is real. Hate is real. Envious is real. That woman was envious. That woman was jealous. And she was a hater. Okay? Because that man specifically said that he wasn't happy. He did not like her and he wanted to go on. He wanted to go on. But because she put up a front in society like they had a happy relationship, she took his life because he embarrassed her and came out with that things was not happy. That man been getting abused behind closed doors. You can hear it in his voice. Watch his body language. You would be able to see that he was being abused. And he wanted to be free. He wanted to let go. And he wanted to live his life. But she was so selfish. And she took his life and also took her life. She was a coward. She took the coward way out. She murdered this man. Okay? We're going to talk about this today. She murdered this man. Okay? Because this man didn't want her anymore. There's trillions of men around the world going through this right now. Going through where they're in a relationship, in a marriage, where they're miserable, unhappy, don't want to be there. But these women are holding stuff on their head. These women, you got to be a sad woman to want to keep your child / children from a man because he doesn't want to be with you and he want to go on to be with someone else. Okay? Why would you do something like that? You don't have to let him take his child. Do like I do with my baby daddy. You can come see your child anytime you want, but my child not leaving with you. But don't keep him from your children. You women are using your children as pawns for these men. If you leave me, I'm going to make sure you don't see them kids. I'm going to make sure I get all this child support. I'm going to make sure you get all the rest of this. Well, she ain't do that. Girl ain't do that. Girl just took the man's life. They had buku of businesses, buku of monies. She took his life. She took his life. That's what she did. She took his life. She didn't even give him a chance to be happy with nobody else. She didn't want him to be happy with nobody else. She didn't want him to go and elevate with another woman. She didn't want that. So she took his life, and that's selfish. I ain't lying, that's selfish. Just because it was in their season they built stuff together, that doesn't mean he's going to be there for a lifetime. It's another season now, and God wants him to go on and do what he needs to do with someone else. And she couldn't take that. She couldn't take that. So she took that man's life. I mean, me, I'm praying for her children, their children, that God give those 8 children without a mama and a daddy. I pray God wrap his arms around them and he give those children peace. Y'all, that's not right. All because of man. Listen, y'all. Then the crazy part about it, y'all, is this. Hours before she killed the man, she made a video happy, laughing, dancing, and whatever. So 9 out of 10, the man came in, packing his stuff, and told her he was over. He didn't care about no divorce. He was leaving, and she couldn't take that pressure. And she killed that man. She killed this man because he didn't want her. She ended somebody's son's life because he was not happy with her. Who in their right mind would stay in hell? Because if you married to someone and they don't like you no more, that means they was living in hell. And they want to be free from hell. Why would you keep them in hell? Why? For your own selfish gains. Because you don't want the image that you have been put out to society. You don't want society to feel that you was fake and you was phony and you was wearing a mask and living a false life. You don't want the people of society to know that, so you want to keep this man stuck in the front. She wasn't woman enough to let that man walk away. So she took his life. She wasn't woman enough. She was a little girl. She couldn't stand to see that man happy with somebody else. So she did it. She destroyed him. She took his life, y'all, because she was miserable within her own self. Because she was lying to herself. Okay? I keep telling y'all, stop letting these people make y'all think because they got... Stop making these other women make y'all think that they got it all together and all the rest of this and this and this and that stuff going on. And that this man is happy with them, because I promise you that's not what it is. That's not what it is. These men are not happy with them. And these women know it, that the men not happy with them. So that's why they try to humiliate these men, blackmail these men, and doing all the rest of the kind of stuff. Anything that they know about what this man done while they was with them, they exposing these men for them because they don't want these men to leave. And to you fellas, I want to tell y'all something. The Bible says don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. I don't care how long y'all been married to. Test the spirit by the spirit. You know if you're dealing with a snake or if you're dealing with a rider. You know that already. Stop telling every female you lay with your personal business. Everybody shouldn't have a blueprint of your life. How you moving in these streets? How you doing this and how you doing that? They don't need to know all that. As long as the bills are getting paid and things are getting taken care of. They don't need to know all that. Because when mad day come and you decide that you want to leave, they want to use all this against you. Now you done got yourself in a world of trouble. Because they mad. Because they don't want you to go be happy. Because they know they're fake. And their foundation was never real. See, they know they got you with the wrong intents. That's why they losing you. Okay? And they can't handle it. They can't handle it. Because they try to belittle you to their friends and everybody in the community, make them think that you wasn't nothing. And that they was the breadwinner. And they were this and they were that. Now they losing you. And they don't know what to do. You see, but everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. So eventually, all the lies that were told and stuff, it's going to come to the light. Then your reputation is going to be ruined. Because you choose to lie instead of keeping it real. Everybody has relationship problems, sweetie. Everybody has relationship problems. Everybody goes through things in their relationship. There's no need to front and stunt for nothing. Because listen, you can tell an unhappy man when you see one. You could tell a household that's on faulty foundations when you see one. Y'all have to learn. You have to learn to trust in your own self. Trust your own intuition. Because y'all, that is sad. I'm not lying. That is sad. Like, I am really disappointed in a sister. I will say this. In a sister. Not woman enough to let this man go. Nice looking black man too, y'all. Bye. Nice looking black man. Not willing to let him go. Selfish. Didn't want him to build with another woman. Didn't want him to be happy. Didn't want him to do any of that. So she took his life. Get it together. I'm praying for the family, y'all. I just had to come drop that little message because it was not sitting well on me. Check on your brothers. Check on your uncles. Check on your nephews. Men be abused behind closed doors too. It's not always women. Check on them. If you know your people, you know your people. When they start moving different, you know something going on. Support your people. Men need support too. Emotional support. Sometimes they just need a real friend on their side that won't turn their back on them after everything that they've been through. You could be that support. You know something? Let me tell you something what I have learned. When your heart is broken, you are fighting against insanity. Okay? So if a man comes to a woman and tell a woman that he doesn't want her, he's unhappy in a marriage, she goes insane. But she has to learn to choose herself. Choose herself and choose her mental health over that. No matter what she has put out into the community, no matter how power couple or whatever they claim to be, she has to let it go. Because when God is trying to tear a foundation down, he's trying to bring it down. Stop holding on to anything that no longer serves you. And don't be selfish and take nobody's life. I love you guys. This your girl, Bree. Like, comment, and subscribe. And share this message if you feel. Good comments, bad comments, I don't care. Whatever you do, it's fine with me. I'm just going to get what's off my chest about the situation. I wish you guys a blessed Saturday.